What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Talking Blue. It's been a very long time since we filmed. It's been a month. It's been an utter disaster of a season. I'm Matthew Mooney, and I'm going to be talking about the first half of the season. This isn't a rant. Next week, I'm going to be posting a rant with Luke and talking about everything that went wrong. I'm going to dive into like a lot of like this season, like so far, everything that's happened. And, just this team has failed to meet expectations miserably. It's been way below anyone's expectations. Obviously, I'm frustrated. Luke is frustrated, but I wanted to talk about some things. It's been a while. Sorry for not posting lately. It's just both of us haven't have been super busy lately and haven't really had time to film. But I wanted to jump on, just kind of talk to you guys, just letting you guys know we're still here. We're gonna try to make content a lot more content soon. And, yeah, I want to talk about so far like week one. Obviously, couldn't have had a worse season opener. 40-0 at home versus Dallas. That was a game you had to win going into the season. And we didn't really prepare ourselves for that game. And everything just went wrong. Ever since that bad snap John Michael Schmitz made to Daniel Jones, just everything went downhill. A blocked field goal that was returned for a touchdown. And couldn't have gone any worse, if you ask me. Couldn't have gone any worse. And now that really left like a huge question mark. Like, was this game a fluke, or is this seriously how the Giants are going to play all season? And going into week two versus Arizona, I was fired up. Same thing with a lot of Giants fans who were like, yeah, we got to win this game. And started out awful first half, then made a historic comeback down 28-7. Ended up winning that game. I was joking to my parents saying like, "Oh yeah, I think the Giants could possibly win this game," but I was like, "Okay, I'm kidding." And I was like, "Oh, I was right. They won." But yeah, anyways, enough talk about that. They made a thrilling comeback win, which was the highlight of the season so far, probably again this year. And there really haven't been many highlights, just a ton of lowlights. Then week three, pretty bad loss. He lost 30-12 for San Francisco on the road. I knew it was going to be a loss. Pretty much every Giants fan knew it was going to be a loss. So, you know, it was just like I was very frustrated with it, but like they didn't get blown out because everyone I remember seeing everyone score predictions. Everyone's like, yeah, 49ers like 38-7 or like 28-10 or like 35-3. Everyone thought it was going to be an utter blowout. And it wasn't. So I was like, okay, we hung with the 49ers. So like we can hang with any team in this league. Then the next week on Monday Night Football at MetLife Stadium, played awful versus the Seattle Seahawks. Just couldn't have gone any worse. Like, well, okay, I take that back. We did actually get on the board there, but like played awful there. Daniel Jones with an awful throw to Devon Witherspoon, which led to a 100-yard pick six, I think it was. But that was just at that moment. I was just like, yeah, it's probably over. It's over. Then the next week we played the Dolphins. Daniel Jones went down with a neck injury, and honestly, this offensive line has been so bad. Just no one can block. And it's going to be something they have to work on this offseason no matter what, though. And they did nothing at the deadline, which is fine because we're tanking at this point. Honestly, like if they don't win another game this season, it doesn't matter. It's been a beyond train wreck over a dumpster fire of a disaster. That's the way I view the season. And, you know, then week six, the defense balled out. Bobby Okereke looked phenomenal that game, and don't forget Micah McFadden too. He was looked like a star that game, one of the best linebackers in the NFL. That's how he looked. And we got two good middle linebackers, which is great. And they're both going to be in New York for a very long time. Then week seven versus the Washington Redskins, I was there. Sorry that the vlog is not out yet. I've had a lot of difficulties posting it. Just couldn't get this down. I'm working on getting it out soon. I don't know when it'll be out. Hopefully, maybe Monday night at the least. I don't know yet. I'll figure it out. But we'll see. It was a good game. I know they only won 14-7. It's just every time the Giants win, it comes down to the final play of the game. It's frustrating. I just want to like walk out there out of MetLife, just relax at the end of the game. Like, okay, yeah, finally, got an easy win and not just sit through hell every game. So yeah, I went after the game behind the stadium. And I got a few autographs, as you guys may or may not know. Sterling Shepard signed a card for me. Wanda Robinson signed for me. On my pennant, I got Adoree Jackson, Ocean Zimnis, and Matt Perta signed for me. And I met um, Don Martindale, our defensive coordinator. It was fun. I got to meet a few people. It was great. I'm not going to go back to any Giants games this season. I don't know about Luke. He's going this week though versus Dallas, and that's good. He's this week in Dallas, which it's going to be a disaster for the Giants though. I'm not going to lie, but hopefully we don't play nearly as awful as we did week 1 against them. So yeah. Um. Also, we got to talk about week 8 versus the Jets. Brian Dable with awful play calling. Just 4th and 1, you run the ball, you get a first down, you end the game. And he decides to give it to Grant, gonna let him kick a field goal. He didn't even make it, which is the crazy part. And it cost us the game because 24 seconds left. Zach Wilson drives down the field, and Greg Zuerlein sends it to overtime. We didn't even have a quarterback that game. Just awful play calling by Brian Dable there. That's a play call. That's a call that gets you fired as a coach. And obviously, I don't want Dable fired, but that just stupidity. You can't be that stupid. And you won Coach of the Year the prior year. You're not getting it again this year. And just everything's went wrong. I don't want him to be the next Ben McAdoo. I know we talked a lot about before the season. We can't have last season be a fluke and show that we're like actually a good team. And it's looking like last season was a fluke, but they need to do a lot this offseason and change the team up. And obviously last week an awful 30-6 loss versus the Raiders. Just couldn't have gone any worse. It was against one of the worst teams in the NFL, and there's really no light at the end of the tunnel for the season. And honestly, we don't need it because we're tanking and we're not making the playoffs. That's not a possibility anymore. We're not going to do anything this season. Honestly, if we don't win another game this season, it doesn't matter. Just tank. Unfortunately, Daniel Jones tore his ACL. He's out for the season. Sucks for him. I love the guy. So does Luke. He's dealt with a lot of BS in his time in New York. Had to deal with the fans. It's New York's a harsh environment to play in, not just for the Giants and the Jets, not just football. It's baseball, the Yankees. It's like a lot of star players have came to the Yankees and have really struggled there because of the pressure. The Mets are not an easy team to play for, but it's not nearly as hard for the Yankees. Also, hockey, the Rangers, Islanders, Devils are hard to play for. More the Rangers than Islanders because of the pressure in New York. And for basketball, the Knicks and the Nets. It's New York's a harsh environment to play in. If the fans have high expectations for you and you suck, it's not an easy place to play. So, I mean, he was drafted 6th overall. He's not worth a 6th round pick, and he's overpaid. 6th overall pick. My bad. And, disappointing. Love the guy. It's unfortunate that couldn't have been better for him. It sucks to see it end like this, though. Because I really wanted him to be the franchise guy. I thought he was going to have a great season. And I just wanted him to shut the haters up and just prove everyone wrong. And so it's looking like first round. I'm not going to go too deep into the mock drafts, into any mock draft or anything, but I'm just going to say right now, first round, we got to take Drake May or Caleb Williams for a quarterback. And if not, then I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, this season's been a disaster. We'll probably film a new episode next week. But yeah, that was it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back making content more frequently soon. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video with a few friends, and I'll see you guys later. Let's go Giants.